Farm. We are a year 4 going into year 5 Oklahoma flower farm that sells retail market bouquets from our roadside stand. And I am inside our new high tunnel. Last time we updated you, I can't even remember where we were at. I think I was either talking about the ground posts or we were just getting them in. But look how much we have done. We've put the bows up. We'd covered it with plastic, which was like all hands on deck. We worked well into the night to get that one done. Right now, and you might be hearing a lot of noise because we have all 5 kids out here, and Eric's working right now on what are called the side curtains, which would just be the side walls here. So with our high tunnel that we chose, we went with the curtain option that not only is a really handy pulley system where we can crank the sides up, but that it works as a curtain as well, where we can actually open it from the top down, which is going to be really convenient. Say it's pretty breezy, it's really cold out, but we need to vent the tunnel in the winter. We can go from top down, open it a couple feet, and there can be cross flow without having to open it from the bottom and have that cold wind chill air hitting the baby plants right at the root, kind of like it would have been here with our old tunnel, where our only option was to open it, scrunched up from the top, from the bottom, and then you would just get like 25-degree wind chill right at your like newly planted snapdragons, and it always stressed me out. With this curtain method, being able to open up, I'm looking at the camera here, like opening a couple feet down here, and the air can cross flow, along with we have fans. We have 2 fans, one on each end, so we could run the fans, drop down the curtains a couple feet, and get a lot of good airflow in the winter when I'm also trying to protect baby plants. So that's really exciting. We've also worked hard on, well, I say we, I keep saying we, I should get no credit here. This has been all Eric, but we've also worked on the doors. So here are the doors. We have one closed, one open. These will be the doors that we mainly use to go in and out. So give you orientation. There's our flower cottage and our cooler. The farm is right here behind me. Our future peony field, flower stand, drive-through, all that good stuff. So this is the north side where we will enter. I'm so excited to have big, easy, open doors. We have the option here framed out of putting in a smaller door because these doors are pretty big, pretty heavy. They open up a lot. So if we're trying to keep the inside warm, for example, or it's really bad conditions out, some people like to put a smaller, easy entrance door. We'll probably put that in. Not sure, but these are our doors. There's ones also on the south end. Those will likely not be used a ton. But this is what it looks like, you guys. It's 30 by 84. And once we get these side curtains up that I explained, we will officially be able to begin all of the row prep, getting it tilled, compost in, and shaping out our rows so that I can start planting mid-November. November is always like one of the busiest months on our farm when it comes to receiving things, shipments, and getting planted, doing a lot of farm prep. So obviously not harvesting and selling. There's a lot going on. And one of the other things that have happened since our last video is we got our tulip shipment in. So we ordered like 9,000 tulips this year. I'm planning to sell a handful of them locally and stuff, and so not planting the full 9,000, but I'm still gonna plant like whatever is remaining from our sales when planting time comes. But because we ordered so many, we had to get like a special delivery truck, and it all came on a pallet. There were 17 crates. It's crazy, but they're all in our cooler right now. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is where our cooler also comes in handy, is for tulip bulb chilling. In Oklahoma, we like to pre-chill for about 8 weeks before we plant. So this is all of them snuggled in. I try to keep it between 36 and 42. It's 38 right now, 37, but I just opened the door. We also have a dehumidifier and some damp rid bins because coolers can be very high humidity, which is great for flowers. It's not great for bulbs. So we try to bring the humidity down a bit during the pre-chilling. But these guys are gonna live in here until after Christmas, if you can believe it. Along with our bulbs, we also received all of our ranunculus and anemone corms, both those that we listed online to sell to local customers and other smaller growers, home gardeners. We also got our corms. So let me go show you some of those. I've been in here trying to tidy up our space. It's been kind of abandoned since we stopped selling like mid-July, and it was really hot and miserable. I kind of just was like, taking a break from the farm and doing all the things. So we needed to sweep and vacuum and organize in here. So that's what I did today. But let me turn the camera. We got all of our own corms. So we order in like batches of about 500. So they come in big old bags like this. Lots of beautiful colors. These are all from Ownings, and they're Elegance series for ranunculus is what we're growing this year. My plan is to grow 2,000 ranunculus. It's going to take up approximately 2 rows in the tunnel, and 2,000 is a lot to plant on one day because I like to do most of the bulb planting because depth really matters. They're more sensitive, like versus a plug where you just need to like stick it in the ground, stick it in the hole, getting that 2 inches, not getting it too deep, too shallow. I like to do the bulb planting. I don't think with baby and kids and just my own strength and how I'm feeling lately, doing 2,000 in one day is gonna work. So my plan is to do, I think, 1,000 on November 15th, which we'll film for you guys. And then the second 1,000 the weekend after. So whatever that is, the 22nd, 23rd. And succession planting ranunculus kind of works here. Not great because our spring is so short. We already don't have great margin with our temperatures, but just splitting it up for myself is a lot easier. I was just notified via email that we've been charged for our peonies that we ordered, which means they're going to ship soon, probably Monday. We will receive our peonies, and then the week after, we will start receiving all of our spring plugs. So really, because we're focusing almost exclusively on spring next year, November is just like an inundation of things. We're getting bulbs, we're getting corms, we're getting roots, we're getting all of our spring plugs. We need to be row prepping, planting, getting everything in the ground. It's November 1st, so it's like we've hit November and it's going to be crazy until literally the last day of the month. And then there'll be a break. We get to just keep everything alive, enjoy Christmas, and then we will plant all of our tulips the week after Christmas. And then another wonderful January break. And then February will get crazy again because we will get stalk, more snapdragons, our early summer, or our Lysianthus to plant for later in June, all of those sorts of things. So breaks are coming, but we need to survive an absolutely insane November. So that's been what's going on at the farm lately. Like I said, we have so much going on in the month of November, and I hope to get the camera out and film lots of it. So planting the ranunculus, prepping rows, planting our new peony field, all the stuff that we have going on. So hopefully November we'll have lots of YouTube content for you guys. But I wanted to share with you another really awesome sounding free option. And if you guys are watching YouTube, then I know you already like free, so listen up. There is a really awesome conference coming up in 2 weeks. It's an online virtual conference and it's free to sign up, and it's called the On-Farm Sales Summit, and it's entirely focused on farmers, both vegetables, ranchers, flower farmers, anyone that wants to sell their produce or their product from their farm, how to do that, how to start a flower stand, how to run a successful CSA program, how to do a U-pick, how to do on-farm events, really bringing all of your sales onto your property. So if you've done farmers markets or you're selling to florists, you're doing deliveries, you're having to leave your farm, and you watch our channel, for example, and say like, oh my gosh, I would love to have a flower stand. That sounds so much easier than what I'm doing, or that sounds so much fun to have a successful flower stand where you only sell your flowers from your property, which I love. I love our sales model. Then this summit, this conference would be completely applicable to you. So the way it goes, I'll put a link in the description. Use that link to sign up, and you will have, it's a 2-day online conference. You'll have 48 hours to watch all of the recorded sessions and live panels. And then if you really like it, or beforehand, if you look at all of the topics that are going to be covered, there's like 15 plus speakers, tons of sessions. If you are like, oh my gosh, this is so relevant to me, you do have the option of purchasing like lifetime access. So you can always watch the videos, you can go back, you can take notes, you can reference. But if you don't want the pay option, it's free to watch for those 48 hours. And I signed up. I'm going to be part of one of the live panels talking a lot about social media and stuff, but I'm not telling you guys to like go watch me because you probably have seen my face and voice enough. Honestly, I'm going to be listening like with my AirPods in, probably working around the farm to all the other sessions, because we can always increase our farm sales. I can consider other avenues to increase our sales and to diversify on farm. And I think it's really helpful. Sometimes we can get completely in our flower farming only bubble. And this conference also brings in like veggie producers and those selling other things. And sometimes that could really spark inspiration or ideas for yourself. They're doing it with different product, but you can think about how to apply it to the flower farming world. That can be super helpful. So again, that link is in the description. I'm totally going to be listening. I've signed up with the link that I put in the description. Really excited about it. And again, if you look at all the details, which you can see when you pull up that link, all the specific session titles, topics, speakers, you can do like an all access lifetime pass purchase. The reason I'm sharing is because I know, especially in the fall and winter, everyone has courses, everyone has stuff, and it can feel overwhelming. I'm not a big purchase gal, so I'm not likely to be the one that buys the like $3,000 flower farming course, but I do like to invest in things that feel very specific to my needs. And so if we have a budget, let's say $400 for continuing education for growing our farm, I'd rather take that $400 and spend it maybe on 2 or 3 different specific courses or conferences directly for my needs than like a bigger chunk of money for one course, if that makes sense. So I think this could be one of those options. But again, it's so awesome that they offer it for free, that you can listen to it over that Friday and Saturday. It's November 14th and 15th. So there's that information. I wanted to pass it along to you guys. When I found out about it, I was super jazzed about the topics and the fact that it's all on farm focused with your flower sales, which is what we exclusively do, and I love about our part-time operation. But that's what's going on with us, you guys, and I look forward to filming a lot more videos in November. And if you are in a bingey video mood, we do always have our Patreon that continues to grow, make new friends over there. I'm really excited about all the people that have been with us, honestly, for like a year plus, and then all the new members we get popping in to say hi and learn with us. So all these fun options for you guys, and I know you're probably busy too right now if you're a flower farmer, and I hope all of your planting goes well. Bye guys.